Hello everyone, happy Thursday. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make lovely and quirky hand embroidery patterns and kits. And I am here every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time for about an hour, and it's our time just so we can relax and craft and we can work on a project together. We work on a project from beginning to end, so I'm there for every part of the process if you want to sew with me or stitch with me. Right now we're working on the Charming Chevrons quilt by Krista Watson of Krista Quilts, and we have the entire top of the quilt sewn at this point, and we're just going to continue to press tonight. We're pressing all the back seams, but I was able to get a hold of one of those irons. So I've been talking about this iron. I just bought it from Mass Drop. And I don't think it's actually up there anymore, but my friend had one. So this is that Panasonic iron. This is the one, so if you guys got that iron, this is what we'll be getting in May, but it's cordless. That's the amazing thing. So I have it warming up on the heater thing here, the base, and I think the one thing with it is that in theory, it cools down after a little while. So you kind of got to get it back on the base. So it's probably going to be a whole lot better for when we do our normal piecing type stuff. But we're going to use it tonight. If it gets a little cool, then, you know, whatever. We'll stick it on the base again for a little while. Or we'll just call it a night and come back on Friday. We'll see how it goes. I haven't used it before, but she was nice enough to bring it over, and that was really sweet of her. So this is it with the base. It is a little bit bigger than my other iron, but I was using a travel iron. So that's for sure smaller. This is smaller than my normal size iron. So when I flip you around, then I think you'll be able to tell a little bit more. So I'm gonna just set it over here, and I'm going to flip you around. We'll give it a go. All right, back to the quilt today. So here is, let's see if I can show you guys. I'm going to just tilt up this way. So I have it sitting right now on the end of the ironing board, and I have the base there. So the base is actually plugged in. It does have a retractable cord, which is kind of cool. And so I have it on high, and it's just been kind of sitting here. So like whenever I'm not pressing, I'll put it in here. Is it heavy? It is a little heavy, I do have to say. It's definitely heavier than my travel iron. It does not have any water in right now, but yeah, I can definitely feel there's some heft, and I can feel that the weight is all at the base. So in theory, nice for pressing, but yeah, I don't know, picking up and putting down for a bunch of times, that might get a little draining, especially for a big thing like this. So, you know, a big deal like this, maybe I would do something else, or you know what, I'd probably just take more breaks, really, because the cordlessness of this is really the key aspect, which I think will be really good with this. Yeah, so it needs to press, so it has some weight to it, but yeah, it definitely had heavier than my travel iron. But we'll see, we'll give it a go tonight here. Let me just get you guys situated. Alrighty, so, you know, I'm just going to take it out of the base. It's not that much bigger than my other iron, so when I held up the iron, yeah, I mean, you know, it's a few inches bigger. So let's, I'm kind of going the opposite direction tonight. We'll go from the bottom up. Alright, so getting right in there with the tip of it, that's feeling good. Definitely hot enough right now to press, so that's nice. I don't know, I'm still pretty excited about it. Mine won't come till May. So if you guys got it on Mass Drop, it won't be shipped till like May 7th, I think they said. You know, it is heavy, but you know, it's kind of nice just to let it sit. So I don't always have to be holding it, it feels like. I can just let it sit and kind of slide along on itself. I never thought about it that way with my little travel iron. Like right now all the pressure is on the board. Ooh, see, this is probably how pressing is supposed to really be. I'm not supposed to be holding it the whole entire time. Like, I'm not supposed to be like, you know, having the weight on my wrist the whole time. I'm supposed to just like set it down and push it across. maybe I've been pressing wrong all along, so maybe that's why I'm not a huge fan. Yeah, I'm putting, now I have none of the weight on my hand anymore. I'm just kind of guiding it. Man, you know what? I think that's how I was always supposed to be doing it. Oh, man. Learning how to press. Yeah, exactly why it's heavy. But yeah, so that heaviness makes you feel as if, oh yeah, don't keep holding it. Let it just be. So, okay. Cool deal. All right, so right now, I'm setting it back on the base just while I adjust. So I think that consistently putting it back on the base while I do other stuff, I think that's going to help it just keep heated. My quilt's stuck a little bit. Okay, so let's keep going up. Trying to find my, I'm using that wool mat under here yet, and I think that's working super duper well. So I'm very happy with my wool mat so far, and I just know I'm going to use that a ton, just like the movability of it. Ooh, I need to get in this seam. There we go. Yeah, so I'm just going to kind of let the weight of this iron do its job, although this is pretty finicky, this seam that goes across the whole way. The row seams, those ones are being mean to me right now. Here we go. Now we got it going. So I'm using the point to kind of press it open a little bit. So you love the mat too, Gretchen? That's awesome. Yeah. That's been on my brain for a while to try a wool mat for pressing, and I just never pulled the trigger. So I'm happy I finally did. Got put over the edge. Right, there we go. But yeah, digging the weight of this for sure. We'll scooch up this way. Yeah, and this does have that nice tip. It actually has it on both sides, so I can actually come back the other way too, and or you know, if you're left-handed or something, it would work well for that. Ooh, I'm flipping all these seams, kind of funny. So it's still hot. That's the one thing that I've just heard about these, is that they just cool down if you're doing a lot of pressing, if they don't get back into their base. But yeah, so every time I adjust just the quilt top, I'll throw it back in its base. Yep, Joe, I'm planning on pressing the front as well. So, you know, no matter how good I get these seams now, once I flip it around, some of them might go a little wonky, but whatever. But I am going to press the front just because I think, you know, right now we're worried about the seams, but we want to kind of not stretch it out, but like make sure everything's gets good and flat, all the seams. So we'll go do the whole entire front as well. That's like the nice, I kind of like that. That's like the finishing thing is hitting the front with an iron. But yeah, just dealing with the seams. And I suppose if I would have done all these seams as we went along, I wouldn't have to do so much right now. But you know, I would have had to do them before, and I would have had to do all that pressing then, so we just kind of grouped it all at once. Oh, Bonnie, it does not, this is a friend. So this is the iron that I ordered on Mass Drop, and it did not come already. Oh, there, I borrowed it from Krista, she just popped in. But yeah, it did not come already. This is not my iron. I'm borrowing it just to give it a try. Krista, who just popped in, happened to have the same iron and brought it over, so we're giving it a go tonight. I'm going to scoot you guys down just a hair. Hello! So we are using your iron tonight. And I'm realizing, yeah, that I think I've been pressing wrong all my life. It is nice just to let the weight of the iron do its thing. So even though it's like way heavier than my other iron, my little travel iron, I think it's less harsh on my wrists and everything because I'm not holding it the entire time. I'm letting it just have its weight do its thing. I like it so far, for sure. And it hasn't cooled down or anything yet. I just keep putting it in the base. When I'm scooching things around. But yeah, I'm digging it. But man, cordless is the way to be for sure with an iron. I mean, I don't have the cord coming out here and bunching up my fabric at all, so that's been really nice. Oh, Patricia, I am loving it so far. Yeah, it is heavy, but that's a good thing. I'm really liking that, actually, more than I thought. So, okay, sweet. Moving on. So I'm putting it back in its base and scooching down some more. I'm trying to get 2 seams on at once so I can get both at once before moving farther. All right. There we go. So I think we will definitely be able to get done with this pressing tomorrow. Ugh, we still have the front to go. Man, I should not be a judge of how long it takes to press things. Yeah, maybe one of these days I'll get good at it. Okay, I'm going to just let that sit in there until I can pop this seam open. Man, I just feel clumsy with these seams. There we go. Oh, do you have this, oh, it's a heavy iron because it's iron. Oh, it's an iron. Do you have this iron though, Patricia? I'm digging it so far. I'm super happy I got it on Massdrop. Unfortunately, it's not up on Massdrop anymore. I think yesterday was the last day for it, but I think it seems to be one of the more popular items. So my guess is that it will be back on Massdrop again. I did put a link in here, in my post here, to it on Amazon, but it is quite a bit more expensive on Amazon than it was on Massdrop. So if you can wait a little while, like probably like half a year maybe, then it might be back on there at some point. But man, I didn't even know there was a cordless iron until I started doing these live streams with you guys. You guys give me all the good tips. It is a Panasonic, so it is. I did put a link to it, but here you go. It's the Panasonic. Well, this one's, I don't know, NIWL600. When you search for it, it's the Panasonic like 360 cordless iron, and it's called 360, I think, because it's got points on either side. That'd be my guess on why 360 is in the name. But yeah, so it has a water tank and stuff with it too. It actually came in a really cute case. Oh, you have 2 travel irons with cords. Yeah, I do like my travel iron just because it's so little and when I just need to do something quick. What project is after this quilt? You know, I'm not quite sure yet. I still want to do the I'll show you. I think I have it here yet. The sketchbook cover from my book, and it has like the little... Oh, I was going to show you stuff today. I forgot. I'll have to do that on Friday. But it has a little zipper in the back with a little lined pouch in there. So we will do this. We'll do this at some point. This is a project from my book, Sew and Stitch Embroidery, but we're having a little book issue a little bit, and I'll let you guys know what that is soon, but I think we're getting it resolved, but I want to get that resolved before we work on that project. So we still have to do the whole back of this project as well, too. So it'll be a little while for that yet. Oh yeah, Patricia, I showed the cradle a little bit at the beginning, but here's the cradle. So I just have it at the end of, and it has a retractable cord. I just have it at the end of the ironing board. It has like some rubber stuff at the bottom so it doesn't move around. Yeah, so it's just at the end of the ironing board, and I just plop this guy in when I'm not using it. And so far, it has worked great. All right, I'm scooching up some more. Oh wait, did I get these? Doesn't look like maybe I squished them. Doesn't look like I did the in the middle pieces. We'll do them again. Looks like maybe that one's pretty cold. Who knows? Doing them again. Yeah, some of these would have been pressed if I would have done them like as we sewed. Some of them I wouldn't have to like remember what ones I pressed or not because they would have already been done. I don't know, it's kind of nice to do this whole entire part of the process all at once though. Just do all the pressing at once. I keep closing the seams, I think. Yeah, I keep squishing them. Ah, well, we'll just keep going. Oh yeah, here, I got this one too. All right, next up. Okay, here's the next big seam in that one. Yeah, I'm liking it. Oh, did you not iron? Are you not ironing the row? Oh, the rows as you go? Is that what you're saying you're regretting? Or not ironing the rows, period? Or yeah, this is definitely a huge part of the process that I always forget it's part of the process. All right. We're cruising. We're about halfway up this little segment, and then I think we got like maybe 1.5 more segments, like vertical rows to do. All right, let's scooch up. Oh, I didn't do that row yet. We'll wait for the next time for that row. I am liking the weight of this though. It actually is taking pressure off of my hands, just letting it drag along. I feel like the weight is doing as much of the pressing as the heat almost in this. It actually feels like one of those old vintage irons that you heat up on the stove. It's almost that size actually, and it has that weight. Kind of like a hair smaller than a normal size iron, I think. And we'll just go little by little here. And yeah, not too big. Oh, you didn't press the rows as you sewed. Yeah, me either. Oh, you're not wanting to be in my predicament. I see what you're saying, Gretchen. Since it's taken me, this is day 3 of pressing. It's gonna take me another day. That's like 4 hours of pressing. So you throw on a couple good movies, and then you're good to go. Yeah, it's definitely fun. Fun getting a new tool. But yeah, you know, this is like a quality of life tool, I feel like. Oh God. Huh? In our little quilty land, not having that cord is going to make a huge difference, I think. It'll just get rid of a pain point, you know? Ugh, this guy just doesn't want to open. There we go. I mean, if you're doing this stuff all the time, you know, it's worth it to work with good tools. I still don't think anything is needed, you know, quilting, you don't need all of this stuff to get going. You need a scissors, you need a needle and thread and some fabric is really all you need. But once you get going, then it's fun to have all the tools, that's for sure. All right, and we'll hit that guy again. Yeah, we can get this top. There we go. A little fumbly with those seams. These vertical ones are definitely way easier than these long row ones to press. I don't know why that is. Probably because we have all this big bulk at all the corners. Okay, moving on. So I was using the iron for a while there, I feel like, and it was still perfectly hot. So right now it's back into the base. Did I do these? No, this doesn't feel. No, because we'll just be on the next one right here. Or did I? They feel cold, so I must not have done that. And this one's pretty closed. Oh, yeah, it's working great, Patricia. It is pretty cute, isn't it? And I like, this is the gray one, and that's the one that I ordered as well. I got the gray one. I'm happy about it. They had, I think, blue and purple as well, but I don't know. I like my grays. Grays, all sorts of grays. Okay, I'm squishing my seams that I already have pressed, though. That's not what I want. Okay, let's get this row up here. Set it back in there while I figure it out. Yeah, you have to consider what kind of tools our ancestors had. Nothing like we have today. Yep, their quilts came out fine. Exactly, Jackie. And it's really fun sometimes just abandoning all the tools and working just you know, with a needle and thread and fabric and a little scissors, you know what I mean? And even you know, old clothing and stuff, not even, you know, fancy quilting weight cotton, you know? And just knowing how many hours and hours and hours someone put into that, you know what I mean? It's just incredible and amazing, and I love that connection to how our ancestors were doing quilts, you know what I mean? It's just really cool. So the gadgets are fun, but it is nice to know where we came from and feel good about that too. But yeah, we are super duper spoiled with all these fancy rulers and the rotary cutter and all that. Oh, thanks, Patricia. I got the silver bullet. Yeah, this thing's nice. I'm digging, like, I really am loving the weight. And the weight, it's not just all, it doesn't just feel heavy. It feels like the weight is being held a lot right in the bottom. So it feels like it's meant to just sit. You know, my other iron, my big Rowenta, that just feels heavy all the way around. So it doesn't have the same feeling like, oh, if you just let this be, it'll press. It just is heavy, you know, heavy to hold. So I didn't have that intuition to press like that, you know. But yeah, with this one, you just want to let its weight be a little bit. I don't think I did this far over on the other rows. All right, we'll do this guy here, and we only have 2 more chunks. And then we're at the top of the, or the bottom. I think I rotated the quilt, but we're back on an end. At this point, I suppose it doesn't really matter which is the top and the bottom. It mattered when we were sewing, when we were keeping track of things, but now with a quilt like this, it doesn't matter what's up or down. Okay. Back into its base. All right, yeah, this is the last 2 seams, and then yeah, you can see the table up here. Then we'll just hit these little guys here. But then we just have, I think, 1 more little section to go. Oh, happy Good Friday to you, Jennifer. Yes, you're always in that future over there. Alright. Yeah, so we will be doing that that sketchbook cover with the zipper in, and it won't be like forever from now. So we'll be doing that next, and I have some fun ideas coming up for that as well. So some stuff. Oh, and then on then I have the Sulky webinar on the 10th. So that will be doing that little zipper pouch made out of that Craftex paper. So I'm excited for that as well. I'll be showing how to do that in the webinar. Did anyone have to make a candy run today after last night? I know, I was just, I talked about that today again, just the Easter candies. Oh, you'd love to try out one of these irons beforehand? Yeah. Yeah, you know, I already bought one, but I'm happy I get to try it now. I mean, I was thinking there's pretty much no way that I would not like the cordless aspect. Even if it got cold fast, I would find a way to just kind of plop it in the dock every once in a while, just a little more often, like I'm doing right now. But like I get so twisted up in the cord always when I'm pressing like big things like this that I knew whatever it was gonna be, I was gonna like the cordless. And it had good reviews and stuff, so gave it a go, and I'm happy I get to test it out here too. That's fun. Little try out. Zippers still scare you? Yeah, you know what? I've done a ton of zippers, and in my head, my brain's still telling me that it's a scary thing, but it won't be. So we'll do a zipper for the that zipper that Craftex paper zipper, and then there'll be another zipper for this this pouch, and it's going to be super easy, and you'll be able to do it for sure. Okay. We get to move on to another section. All right. So this time instead of flipping this around, I'm just going to start here and go up that way. Probably should have been doing it that the whole time. All right, we are just big enough. I was hoping that I wouldn't have like this much at the end, but we have just enough. Yeah, we only have to do like this much. So 2 of like this letter M that's happening right now. Yay! Okay, so we might actually get the whole back done tonight because we're about halfway through our time for the evening, just about. So if we can squeeze in this guy going up this way, then tomorrow. Oh, that's funny. I just set the iron down like this because I'm used to my old iron too, where I just went like this. I'm like, oh wait, doesn't do that anymore. So that's kind of interesting. That's something I hadn't thought about. You can't just like set it down. You know what I mean? So you do want to have the base nearby. I'm actually going to bring it a little bit closer. So here, you guys can see it here. Now that I don't have the quilt over there. But yeah, so that's something I hadn't thought about. So you'll still want the base nearby because you can't, you know, since it's the pointy end at both sides, I can't just, you know, set it down. All right, I was doing this seam right there. It's tough to get started. Yeah, I was scared about zippers forever and ever, especially like the zipper foot scared me. Like it all made me nervous. And there's just so much information out there that it's hard to know, and different types of zippers and all that. So we're just gonna keep it simple, and it'll be nice and easy. And I think I'm gonna try and get some zippers too. So if you're nervous about getting your own zipper, I'll have some that will be the same that I'll be using. So that might make it easier to follow along and stuff too. I'm going to scooch this just a hair out of the way here, so I can get in down here. But yeah, so that project will be coming up. It's actually super duper easy. It's a fun project that you could do really quick, and just like assembly line, do a bunch of them for gifts, or you could adjust the sizes to do it for different size books or notebooks, and it's going to be fun. And you can ask all the questions you want along the way for sure. But yeah, so I'll have more info on that in probably a couple of weeks here. We'll get through the Sulky webinar and that pouch. That'll be like a little intro. That zipper's treated in a little goofy way, but it's going to be fun too. But yeah, when we do the live stitching with the zipper sketchbook cover, that's when we can really dig into it. Where do you get the paper for it? So for the sketchbook, where do you get the sketchbook? You can get it from an art store. I will also have some available. I think I'm going to make kits. So I'll get some kits of, so you have the zipper, so you have the sketchbook, so you don't, those things that might be annoying to find on your own. I'll I think, provide some of those things, if that's something that you guys want. Ooh, I'm going left-handed now. Switched it up. But yeah, I'll let you guys know. I'll give you all the information on what you need and all that once we get a little bit closer here. But I'll definitely give you guys enough time if you need to order stuff from somewhere so you get it. I have one more project that I'm kind of working through. I'm hoping to work through that this weekend. We'll see. And then I'll be totally focused on that again. Ooh, it's going to be nice to flip this around and press the front tomorrow. Yay! I'm excited that we'll get this for reals finished tomorrow. The pressing, at least. Yeah, so that I don't think that should take very long. I mean, we do have the whole front, so it took us 3 days to do the back, and I'm hoping it'll just be 1 day for the front because we're not dealing with all these seams and stuff. Oh yes, so I've been seeing all of your some of you have finished chevron quilts and stuff over in the Penguin and Fish Crafters group. It is so exciting to see how they're all like turning out. So if you guys wanted to see what some other people's looked at or look like, check out the Penguin and Fish Crafters group. There's a bunch in there. What is the project April 10th? Oh yeah, so the project April 10th, that's the Craft Tex webinar with Sulky. So that's where you sign up with Sulky. So I did put that link in my post here for the Sulky webinar, and I'll be doing a project with them for that. It's all photos. But so I'll walk you through a project with photos, basically. It is a little pouch, like a clutch, a cute little bag with hand embroidery on the front. So it's to show like some of the uses that you can do with Craft Tex. It's that neat paper material. I was going to bring all that out to show you, but I totally forgot. So I will gather it all up tonight, and I'll show you some of it tomorrow and next week, kind of what the project is for the Sulky webinar and what you'll be learning and stuff. But yeah, so that's, you sign up for that and they'll send reminders, and I'm going to send out some reminders and some things that, you know, you'll learn and all that in my emails coming up too. So you can keep an eye out for those. But Craftex comes in a whole bunch of colors and stuff now too. It used to just be like brown, like a leather looking brown, and black and white, but now it's in like a whole pile of colors and like stone colors and stuff too. It's kind of fun. I started using Craftex a couple years ago. I actually started using it for this book. So they had just, C&T Publishing is who makes the Craftex. And they also publish, you know, a lot of quilting books. And they developed this product and did a book. And that book was 2 years ago, I think. Yeah, maybe 2 years ago. And I was asked to contribute a couple projects to it. So I did some cute placemats that are like woven paper placemats with them that have like a cute binding, like a fabric binding on them, and then embroidery as well. And then I did this little clutch, this little pouch, zipper pouch clutch. And so I got to experiment with the Craftex then, and I've been just using it on and off for little fun projects since then. And it's just a really versatile project or fabric. Yep, you can actually put it in the wash, you can dry it, you can wipe it clean. Deborah, you can actually paint on it, you can machine embroider through it. It acts like paper, it acts like fabric, it acts like leather. It's kind of like a fun, neat little product. It kind of reminds me, it's not like cork, but it kind of reminds me how now like cork's really popular. It's, you know, and you can sew through that like fabric and stuff. So if you think about it, it's like that paper leather that's on the back like of a Levi's jeans sort of deal, where you think it's leather and it's like, oh wait, this is like some sort of magic crinkly paper. That's like this Craftex stuff. So you can like use it as like a leather replacement. If you crinkle it up, it looks like leather. It's kind of fun. But yeah, and then you can paint on it. You can run it through the printer too, I think, and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, so if you want to learn more about Craftex, and I'll show you some of it too before the webinar, just, you know, just in case you can see if you're interested or not then. And I'll show you how to hand embroider through it, and you'll also learn how to machine embroider if you are into machine embroidery, and just how you can use it. And we'll walk through the entire process of making this pouch. So, you know, you'll actually get the process of something too. We're not just like talking about Craftex the whole time. It's how do you actually sew this zipper pouch. And you can ask questions and stuff too. If you come to the live webinar, you'll be able to type in your questions, and throughout the webinar, we'll be answering questions about the project, about embroidery, and about Craftex, about whatever you want. So it's going to be fun. And if you wanted to go to Sulky, like if you click the link and sign up, I think you'll probably get to the other webinars. So if you're curious about what the webinars are like and want to learn some other cool things, all of their webinars are free, and they're there on the site forever. So you do have to like put your name in every single time you want to watch one of them. Oh, I don't think I did this part. But that's fine. So I think it's just so they know who's watching what. Ooh, quilt labels. Glennis, I think it'd be fabulous for quilt labels. They do, I mean, it's like, yeah, I mean, it's like the stuff that they put on jeans. So you can wash it and dry it, and, you know, so it would look like a little leather label probably on a quilt. Ooh, that sounds just really cute, actually. Little quilt label. And I'm going to have to remember to use it for quilt labels. That's fun.
But yeah, it would definitely have a little different feel than, the rest of the fabric. But you could write like a fun note in like permanent marker or something onto it, and that'd be cute for the quilt label. And I don't know, that sounds like a fun idea. Fun use for it, for sure. Oh, Ella, you have that iron. Oh, I'm giving this a test, so I just purchased this iron, but I'm not going to be able to get mine until May. But then my friend was like, oh, I have that same iron. I'll let you borrow it. See if you like it. So this is hers, and so far I'm loving it. So you love yours too, Ella. That's good. That's good to know. It's nice to know that after having it, you still love it. I was surprised at the weight of it, because it is pretty heavy, but it is all weighted in the base. And I just feel like I can let it sit on my piece and just move it along, and I don't have to be holding it the whole time, like with my wrist and hand and stuff. So okay, scooching on down. Let's get these guys. All right, next up, we're cruising. Yeah, it'll be nice to flip this whole guy over and do the front. It's getting a little bulky over here. Okay. Oh, you need a pouch, like Sterilite bins. You just need pouches and totes and big bins. I know, right? That's all I need. That's what I use a lot of the little bags that I make for, is I just throw more projects, unfinished projects in all the containers I make, let's just say, are used to hold projects that have yet to be made, yet to be completed. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good reason to keep making bags. I need to store more projects in them. All right, one more over here. Oh, and I squished this guy. Okay, let's scooch up. It's easier when it's up a little higher here, I think. Yeah, we're getting there, getting to the end. So I found out, well, or so it seems, that who I was with for fabric, I think they're selling off all the rest of the yardage. So I may have a chance to get a few more bolts here and there of some of my fabric, because we had that fabric sale, and now I'm out. I'm out of all that fabric. Like I don't have any more to like I don't have any more available. But I might be able to get some of that Serengeti Beasties fabric. That's the blue fabric, like the blue fabric that I had on the back of my Splendid Sampler quilt. And I might be able to also get some of those fuzzy dots, like the dots that were, oh gosh, what's, like minky, those minky dots. So I might be able to get some more yards of that because they're just selling everything off. So if that is something you guys are interested in, let me know, and then I might get a little bit more from them. Just since they're selling it off and I'm sad, I want to like make sure like, oh, it's all going away. I want to kind of make sure I get some, but I don't want to get, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what to do because I don't know if I have space for like a whole bolt of fabric, but I know we sold out of a bunch of stuff during my sale, and now all of a sudden there's a little bit of an opportunity to get a few of those fabrics. Like specifically, I'm thinking like those minky dots, those kind of, it seemed like a lot of you guys wanted those, and we sold out of it just super duper fast. So I'm hoping I could maybe get a little bit more of that, but I don't know. Let me know. You guys can email me or let me know if that's something. I'm just kind of looking into it. But then all my fabric will be disappeared from there. Trying to figure out what I want to do, if I want to do more fabric again or wait on that for a little while. I actually have some projects in mind for, I don't know, that fabric could work for. We'll see. It came up, so putting it out there, thinking about it. I think I'll probably make a decision on that early next week, hopefully. I think it's just like a fear of missing out thing is kind of what it is. Like, I'm like, oh man, if I don't get whatever remains of that fabric, then where will it go, you know? That's kind of how I'm feeling. All right, this guy is not wanting to open. There we go. I know, that's, Lucy, that's what I'm thinking. So that's like, I have no reason to get it for myself, but I know there was some that you guys wanted that wasn't available, and now there's like a little bit like that of that minky stuff available, and I don't know, one of those other blue colors. I don't know, but yeah, that's how I'm feeling. I'm just feeling like, oh God, it's gonna just, my little scrap bins that I have could probably be 30 quilts worth, you know what I mean? There we go. Yep, so I hope it finds new homes. I'm hoping that it doesn't just get thrown out after it's been out for a while. They probably just, I don't know what they do. Maybe they donate it or something. I should ask. What do you do with all the old fabric you're not selling anymore? All right. Minky, yes. Cotton, no. That's your vote. You know, that's kind of what I have in the back of my head. The other thing is that what they have some available with the cotton is one of my favorite collections. It's with all the little Serengeti beastie guys, all the little safari guys that I like. So they have a bunch of that, and then so I think that's why I'm extra like, oh man, should I get more of those? But yeah, the idea of having more fabric is freaking out my brain. I do think I don't have any minky of my own to do anything with. So I thought maybe I'd get a bolt of all that. So maybe I'll have a little bit of that available. But I thought that would be nice. Like for baby quilts, you can just put that minky on the back and then you don't need batting or anything. So I'm like, oh, that'd be a fun way to just make baby quilts. But I don't know. I'm in decision land. It's freaking me out. All right, this is the last bit right here. We finished this back. Makes me happy. The major pressing is complete. I get to borrow this iron for like a couple weeks here, so we'll be starting the back of the quilt. So I'll get to test out what this iron is like for just like little piecings here and there. So I'm kind of stoked for that. So we've tested it in the big format world of all this pressing for the quilt, and when we do the front of the quilt, and then we'll get to test it in like just itty bitty pieces. So that'll be neat. Oh, you made infinity scarves with Minky. That's a cute idea. Yeah, this iron's doing great. I mean, really, just to not have, and look, I can go both ways too, which is nice. That's hence the 360, but it has like those 2 points. That's going to be, I think, you see, then I just went forward and I can hook in this way with that point there. That's really kind of fascinating that there's like two ends, you know, 2 pointy ends. I haven't had that on an iron before, so I think I'll get into that for sure as we go along. I'm liking it. I'm happy I got one of my own. Okay, that's it, guys. That's going back into the tray. Whew, we did it. Okay, so, ooh, and look. Oh yeah, you know what? That's right. With the wool here, it's supposed to get the front really nice too. And I was just thinking, man, that looks like really good already. So we might not have to do too much pressing for the front. I'm going to flip it over now. I do think we should hit it just a little bit, just because, I don't know, I feel weird not pressing the front. So I think we definitely will go through it all again. And we'll do that tomorrow. We won't do any more tonight. But really, that mat did a good job. Like, it doesn't look like I have to, like, stretch any seams or anything. Let's just give it a little go. So now my seams are going to get, like, all wonky in the back a little bit again, but just because we're on the front now. But, ooh, see, now the weight of this guy is going to be awesome. I couldn't resist. I have to start already. Yeah, so it doesn't, that mat really did a good job. I feel like I don't have to do much here. We'll just cruise through. Yeah, I think we'll just hit it all once again, but man, do we even need to? I'm not sure we need to. Oh man, I think we'll do it anyway, just because. But yeah, I mean, we are looking awfully pressed here, and you know, we're going to be. I'm going to scoot you guys way up, just so you guys can see. But we're really, you know, rather pressed. And I mean, we were kind of scrunched up for a little while, so I don't know. It probably wouldn't hurt it just to press it again. I mean, we're going to be folding this up and everything for a little while too, so that'll get it wrinkly. But man, I'm impressed. So, you know, cheers to the wool mat. That's working great. Man, you know what? I'm going to have to assess this. We're going to look at this. I'll look at this tomorrow. We might not even have to press this thing. I mean, we spent all that time on the back, and you know, I don't know. It's looking pretty good from the front. Here, I'm gonna flip you guys around. Hello. Yeah, so I'm impressed with the front, honestly, that it's as flat as it is. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Bonnie. Maybe I could just wait till I sandwich it, because yeah, I am gonna have this folded up for a while. So why, you know, it's well pressed already right now. Why wrinkle it all up and then, you know, have to press it again? I think you're right. I think we'll just wait till we're ready to sandwich it. Then we'll just hit it again really quick just to get it nice and flat. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna do anything else. It's the mat. I'm telling you, it's a miracle. I think you're right, Gretchen. I mean, here we go. It is just really, really smooth already. I don't think we got to do anything. So I think maybe we'll start making our crazy fabric tomorrow out of our little bits here. We'll do this for the next few days instead. So we'll do this on Friday. We'll do this tomorrow, and we'll continue on, like, I don't know, probably Monday through Wednesday. I think we'll be working on these guys. I think there's a lot more in here than what we think. But yeah, we'll play around with this tomorrow. We'll get started a day early. That'll be fun. So awesome. Yeah, screw this. We're done with the top. Awesome. So the other part may not be as flat. Maybe it's the iron. That's a good point. We did do this one with that big heavy iron. Jenny, you're right. And the other side we were doing with the light travel iron. But I think still, regardless, why bother doing this now when we have to do it again before we sandwich it, you know? Because when we sandwich it, we want it really, really, really flat. So yeah, I think it's silly to do it then. But yeah, I'm glad I got all the back of these seams done though, because that would have been annoying to have all the pieces done and still have to go back and press the seams. So yeah, I think we will leave it as is until we have the entire back of the quilt done, and then we'll give them both a good press, and we'll sandwich it. So I'm declaring the front done. All right, guys. Awesome. Thanks so much for joining me again while I press for another day. Oh, and I got a day of testing this iron too. That makes me happy because if we would have waited tomorrow, we wouldn't have been able to do it. So great. Got to test the iron, got to finish the top. And yeah, tomorrow we'll have fun playing with the scrippity scraps. So I'm excited for that. So I'll get this up on YouTube at Penguin and Fish Movies on YouTube. And if you subscribe to the YouTube, you'll get an email when it goes up. So yeah, thanks again, guys. And I will be here tomorrow again at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. Have a great rest of your Thursday, or have a great Friday if you are in the future. See you later, guys. Good night.